Welcome to the day three of web design workshop. So I'm doing a quick recap as to what did we cover yesterday. So what are the two things that you need to build your website? So we require something which is called as the domain name and the hosting. Domain name is nothing but the name of your website. Hosting is nothing but the space or storage that you have required for to uploading your website files. We cannot make our website in our computer because it is a personal computer and other people cannot access the data on our computer. That is why we need to upload our data on the web or on the hosting or on the server, which has got 24 by 7 internet connection and power backup. And understanding a domain name is nothing but the name of your website. It has got multiple extensions. So if you look over here, the whole thing is called the URL. Only from your name and whatever is the extension is called the domain name. So this is the name, this is the extension, and this is the subdomain www, and then https is nothing but the protocol. So all of this combining together will be called as the URL. And then we explore all the different domain extensions that are available like .com, .net, .org, .in, .co, .co.in, .biz, .edu, and etc. And there are 1500 plus domain extensions that are available as of today. And then you can buy this domain from various domain registrars like GoDaddy, Namecheap, BigRock, Hostinger, etc., etc. But we are preferring GoDaddy because of their customer service and the support. And then if you're, let's say, buying for a longer period, then you can still opt for Namecheap as well. Depending that, you're not going to have much of an issues. So both of these two are good. And then we did a quick comparison of buying a domain name on both the platforms. We also understood how the domain name purchase works. So you can see over here, like whatever you are going to buy, this price is for the very first year, and next year onwards will be the price which is being cut off over here. And there are chances that our mother, which is ICANN, can always increase the prices. So this price can always go up the very next year as well. So depending on their requirement or how it's working. And then we add the domain name, and then we did a comparison that on GoDaddy if I'm buying and on Namecheap if I'm buying for three years, you just see a marginal difference of 120 to 130 rupees between both the platforms and not much. So for that 130 rupees, don't go and buy somewhere else. It's better to spend that 130 rupees, because if at all you are facing any issue, support is the most important thing. And this is where these people will help you get the right support. And we understood the previously .com domains were having extra functionality, but as of today it is the content which matters and not the domain name. So whatever website you're building or whatever is the name of your website, don't worry about that whether it is big, small. It's always good to have a smaller name so that people can easily remember or type, but the extension does not matter. And then coming to the next topic, we understood what is a hosting or a server. In hosting or a server, we upload all our website files like the data, images, photos, all of that into documents in our server or the hosting. And then there is something called as a database also, in which we upload all the contents and the website credentials are being stored. It is something like an Excel file which is storing all the content in various rows and columns. And then we also understood what are the different types of hostings or server that are available. So we understood there is a shared hosting, dedicated hosting, VPS hosting, cloud hosting, WordPress hosting, and reseller hosting. Out of all these different types of hosting, we are going to be using a shared hosting. So the question over here, for a website, people like us who are making a website for our personal purpose or we are making for our business, for us, a shared hosting is more than enough. Unless you are going to have like 1,000 visitors every 10 minutes on your website, that is when you should go for a higher plan, which would be a dedicated hosting. But for timing, whatever we are going to be using will be a shared hosting. In my last 10 years, I've only been using shared hosting for all my clients. I'm telling you, more than 200 plus clients, we all are using shared hosting itself. Okay, so very rare that we go for a dedicated hosting or a VPS hosting or a cloud hosting. So we understood what is a dedicated hosting. In shared hosting, if the server is of 100 GB, from that same server, multiple people will get their storage space and the load will be distributed among all those different people. Whereas in a dedicated hosting, if your server is of 100 GB, that full 100 GB belongs to you and you get the full utilization of the server and you get all the load and advantage. Coming to the VPS hosting, it is a kind of a dedicated hosting itself. From this 100 GB, they break it down into 25, 25, 25 GB, and then they sell it as a virtual private server where the load on one website will not impact the other websites. Whereas in the shared hosting, load of one website over here might impact the performance of the other website. If over here the load is higher, maybe this website will become a little slow. But if the load is not there over here, this will also perform fast. Okay, so depending on the load, the performance is impacted of the server. But in the other one, depending on the load also, the performance is not impacted for the other website. Each one has got their own sub VPS, which is called as virtual private server. And then the cloud hosting is nothing but it's a collection of multiple servers together coming, and your data being distributed among multiple servers, and the load also is being distributed among the others. So now it's a good question. So Mahesh is asking, can I change or upgrade my hosting later? Yes. So if you have started with a shared hosting, tomorrow, let's say you need much more performance, higher performance, you can always upgrade even in shared hosting. So when you buy a server, each server comes with a specific requirement like how much of RAM, how much of storage space, what processor, what hard disk, all of that. So there are multiple types of shared hosting. It's not just one shared hosting. So same goes with dedicated, same goes with VPS, same goes with cloud also. So you can always keep on upgrading, and you can always upgrade from shared to a dedicated or a dedicated to a cloud. Directly from shared also you can jump to cloud. It's all on the amount of money you spend and the requirement that you have. And then we have the WordPress hosting, which we will explore as we go forward, which is only limited to one particular software to work. And then you also have got reseller hosting, where people do a business of hosting, where they buy a big chunk of server, and then from that server they keep purchasing and selling it to the clients and keep making money in the process. So that's called as a reseller hosting. So it's a quick summary for you all. Shared hosting, multiple websites from same server, normal speeds, cost effective. It's best for small businesses, portfolio websites, personal blog or website. And then for a dedicated hosting, it's like a full server, which is for yourself. It's a faster speed, higher cost. It's for large businesses or large companies, for company websites or product websites. When I mean product e-commerce. Again, in VPS hosting, these are multiple websites from the same server. Faster speeds, higher cost, and large businesses with multiple branches globally. So it's like if you have a branch like Walmart or something like Ratnadeep, they have got multiple branches, and if they are selling online and from multiple branches, that is when they need a VPS hosting. So from a big server which has the full database, they create sub servers for each branch, and from that they manage all the branches. So that is called as a VPS hosting. Then comes the cloud hosting, which is best for e-commerce and heavy traffic websites, and then WordPress hosting, which will only work for WordPress kind of websites. What is WordPress? What is all of that? We will understand as we go forward. And reseller hosting is the ones for the ones who wants to do a business in hosting service. And then from where do we buy the hosting? We understood all of that. We have got Bluehost, Hostinger, HostGator, A2 Hosting, DreamHost, Cloudways, and lot of other hosting companies. So from all of that, the best ones are Bluehost, Hostinger, which we have been using so far. And this time we have found another company called as DeployedX, which is a Bangalore-based company who is also providing great servers at an affordable price. And this time we have given you all the hosting from that particular service provider. And comparing to Bluehost and Hostinger, Hostinger is much cheaper compared to Bluehost. It all again depends for the taxes, the dollar conversion, and all of that. Because Bluehost has all its servers in US, so they have to charge based on those prices. Hostinger has its servers in India as well, so that's why it works cheaper for Indians as well. So coming to the next part as to what are the hosting features. So the hosting will have multiple features inside it. Okay, so before I go over there, I'll quickly show you a quick example of how it goes on the internet. So let's say I'm going to bluehost.in, and I'll also open hostinger.in. Okay, so you can see over here when you go to pricing and when you click on it, you can see over here you have got different types of hosting now. And as I told you, because of AI coming into the market, they have started new kinds of hosting. Like this N8 VPS hosting is nothing but for AI kind of services. Okay, so now if I scroll this website, you can see over here that they are giving for a single website, okay, which is there over here for a single website, they are giving you one website that you can have 10 GB of storage, one email, free for only 1 year. Again, after that, you have to pay money for that. And they're giving a free SSL, and they'll give you auto backups, migration free, this free, and all of those other things that they are giving over there. Okay, whereas in a premium one, okay, they are giving like you can have up to 25 websites, and they are giving you 25 GB of storage. You can see 10 GB here, 25 GB here, and they are just giving two mailboxes per website, and rest all remains the same. So manage easier with WordPress multi-site. So it's best for WordPress sites. They're just telling over here. Then you have got business plan where you can have up to 50 websites and 50 GB of storage. Okay, and then you have something like cloud, which is nothing but collection of multiple servers and multiple websites. You can have 100 websites, and they're giving you 100 GB of storage over here. So based on the kind of storage you buy, you can choose your plan, and then you can keep upgrading from one to another as per your requirement. But for most of our client websites, we only go with this one or this one. We don't even prefer this and this for a basic or your anything. This also only because if they have got 2, 3 websites, not like if they have only got one website. If it is only one website, this one is perfect. Okay, you all can just go for this one. Okay. Now comes the tricky part over here. You might be checking and asking when over here they're telling it is 69 rupees per month. Okay. Why am I charging 300 rupees per month? Correct. Is that question coming to you all in your mind? But this is where the whole trick comes. When you click on choose plan, okay, and when you go for that, you will see that this particular amount of rupees 69 is only available when you go for 4 years. When you go for 4 years of purchasing your website hosting. But if you go and purchase only for 1 month, they are going to charge you 400 rupees. Is this clear? So if you're charged, even if you go for 12 months, okay, they will be charging you 159 rupees per month, and for the full year, it will be charging you 1908. Again, this is before taxes. On this, they will add 18% of taxes. You can see taxes calculated after you provide your billing address. But what you all have got a full 1 year of hosting at just 1200 rupees. Okay, actually, it is 2000 rupees, to be very frank, because they were running a Diwali offer and they are a new company. We tried to partner with them, force them, and get the price low. So for this particular Diwali month, they gave it as 1200 rupees. Again, it will go back to 2000 rupees. And then for 1 month, they also generally charge 400 rupees, but they gave us 100 rupees discount and they are giving it as 300 rupees. So this is how the hosting service works. So are you all clear with that? Yes or no? Everybody is clear? Put clear. Yes, yes, yes in the chat box. Perfect. Awesome. So now that you all are clear with this, okay, let us go and understand. Okay, so now let's say if I go with Bluehost. Okay, I'll open Bluehost over here. We saw HostEngine until now, correct? Now you can see if I go to hosting, they are again telling web hosting, WordPress hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated hosting. So now you know all the differences between the different types of hosting. So for us, this web hosting is nothing but a shared hosting itself over here. So now when I go down, you can see the pricing over here. Can we always change the hosting next year? If you would like to change, you can always change if you're not happy with the performance. Okay, and but when you are changing, you should also transfer all your website server files from one server to other server. So you have to download all and take a backup of all your files, download it, then upload it to the new server. Only then the website will work. So can we change the domain name later? Yes, you can always change the domain name later. You can build your free website or trial website with the dummy domain name, which I will be explaining you all today. And then you can always take it, add the actual domain name later. So So this is the company from where we have taken this time. It is called DeployedX. Okay, as you all can see. So over here, if you again go in hosting, they have got shared hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated hosting. So yes, Shilpa. So you can transfer the domain anywhere. So when I come to the next part, you will automatically understand how it works. Don't worry. So coming from DeployedX, again, the one that we all have given to you all, we have given a shared hosting. Over here, if you actually notice, they charge 489 rupees per month. Okay. But we have got this one and we have taken a little lower plan compared to this. And then we have got it at 300 rupees per month. Okay. So we have got it at 300 rupees per month. And if you go at yearly also, they charge like 499 rupees per month. Okay. So this is how this company has been a Bangalore based company which is providing great service. They have got good experience in the hosting background. So I have been directly talking with the founders on Google Meets, trying to understand the performance. And because they are easily reachable, tomorrow if you all also face any problem, they have got good support and you can easily back up. So before me giving to you all, I actually tested it for 6 months and then I'm sharing it with you all. So now that we have got our hosting from this company, you can note it. It's called deployedx.com. I'm sure you would have all got the emails. So now coming to the Bluehost, you can see over here for a basic starter also they are charging like 199 per month. Okay, and it allows like a 10 websites over here. Then the next one is 279 where they allow 50 websites with 50 GB, and then the e-commerce kind of websites where you can have 100 websites or 100 GB of storage and things like that. But if you again see, it is for a minimum of 36 months. 36 months means 3 years. If you're buying for 3 years, they are giving it 199. But if I directly click on it and just make it as 1 year, okay, so let's say I will unprotected, choose domain later. So let's say if I go and try to purchase only for 1 month or 1 year, let us see what is the pricing. So let's say I go for monthly, then it is going for 549, as you can see over here. But let's say if I go for 1 year, it is still costing me 2,500. I'm just telling about the basic plan. Okay, the basic plan. So now you all are clear how the pricing works and how the hosting is being purchased. So you all can always go and buy hosting directly, just like how you buy something online, you can buy your hosting over here as well. So is this part clear to each one of you? If clear, put yes in the chat box so that we continue with the next part. So now, what are the most used hosting features? Okay, this is a critical topic. So let us understand all of these about the hosting. So in any of the hosting, you have something called as a file manager. This is where you will upload all your website files. So these files are nothing but the files that you want for your website. Then you have something called as domain management, where you will update the actual website domain name, or you can add multiple domain names in the server if you have purchased the higher plan, which allows you to add 5 websites or 50 websites or 100 websites. So the plan that you all have got allows only one domain name. It's a single site web hosting. Okay. And then comes the database and phpMyAdmin. Now, what is this? We will understand as we go forward. As I told you all, we store all our website credentials and info, like the passwords and ID. Then we will store all the content of our website. So all of this gets stored in a database, which is also called as, okay, phpMyAdmin. This is a technical term. This is also called as phpMyAdmin, or it is also called as MySQL database. So I hope you all are making your own notes. Okay. So I hope you are making your own notes. And then comes also another important part is the SSL certificate or the SSL security. So we get a free nowadays as a launch offer. If you're buying first time from all these people, they give a 1 year. Okay. 1 year of free SSL certificate. Okay, are you clear with this? But generally, SSL certificate is also a paid service which you can buy from GoDaddy or any of your hosting provider. Okay, but the best place to buy is from your hosting provider. Then the linking of it is very easy. But as we go forward, we will understand how to get this for free, because I don't want to spend money every year buying just a SSL certificate. So we will understand how to get it for free. Then comes the email management. Basically, you will have this business emails, right? Uh, like Karan at the rate 8fx.in or Karan at the rate growthclub.com or growthclub.in. So whatever are your business emails, you can also create those business emails from your hosting. Okay, so all these are hosting features. And then it will also help you take your website backup. Okay, so if you want to take a backup, now depending on the kind of server that you buy, some provide auto backup. Okay, some provide manual, some don't provide only any backup, but generally all the hostings don't limit that backup option. So they do provide to take a backup. So most of them are manual, but as we go in a higher plan, there'll be an auto. And when in the auto also, it could be like a weekly once or a monthly or a quarterly or daily. Now, big websites like e-commerce and all generally are on a weekly backup or a daily backup, just for your information. Okay. So all of this is clear. If clear, tell yes in the chat box, because then I'll go to the next step. Now we'll be picking up more speed. I know till now it has become a little boring, too much of technical. But today is the last day of it, all your technical. It will half of the other class will all be practical. Don't worry. Awesome. So now when you take your hosting from Hostinger, this is how the Hostinger hosting will look like. Okay, you can see you have got file manager, you have got database. Okay, and then on the left side, you have got other items like domains, email, security, hosting, all of that. Okay, so this is the look and feel of a Hostinger website if you have taken a hosting from Hostinger. If you have taken a hosting from Bluehost, it will look like something like this, where again you have the same little options. You can see file manager. Okay, then you can see phpMyAdmin, you can see MySQL database, you can see domains, okay, and you can see email accounts. So these are the only options that we majorly use. So the look and feel is different, but the options are all the same. So don't worry, whichever hosting you buy, the options are going to remain the same. The technical terms may also remain, most of it will be same. Sometimes it may be different. Like what was the difference between here and there? I'll tell you. Over here, they call it as MySQL database. Okay, but whereas in the here they only call it as database. So you can see here they only call database. So depending on the provider to provider, the technical terms may change. That's why I'm telling again and again the technical terms. Some places it may be MySQL database, some place it may be just database, some place it may be phpMyAdmin, some place it will be just admin. So it depends from provider to provider, the terms may change. Now coming to the most important part, okay? So as you all know that you have taken hosting from somewhere else, you have taken domain from somewhere else. Now how will these two get to link with each other? There has to be some connection that has to be created, right? So how will that happen? So let us understand how to go about that. Okay. So before I go to this topic, anybody asking has got any doubts, then put it in the chat. Any doubts? Because from here on, it is very, very critical and important. Whatever you have learned so far should be clear. Is it clear? You all are clear that you have got to buy a domain from GoDaddy or any provider. You are clear that you all got your hosting from DeployedX or Hostinger or Bluehost. Okay. Now these both the things are at two different places. They have to get linked with each other. Now, how do they get linked? There has to be some connection that has to be made, right? Between the World Wide Web, because how will the domain know that, oh, my files are in this server and not in Bluehost server? My files are in Hostinger server or my files are in DeployedX server. How will the domain know where my files are? So to build that connection is the next step. So let us go forward and understand how to build the connection. So as soon as you have purchased your hosting, whether you have purchased from DeployedX, Hostinger or Bluehost, okay, these all service providers will give you something called as a information of your website, okay, which will be something like you will have your cPanel details, IP address, name servers, FTP details. Did you all get these details in your email when you got your email? If yes, put yes in the chat box. Yes or no? You would have seen all these details. Yes, right? Correct? So, somebody, sir, can we utilize a single hosting to two domains? Means can we create two websites using single hosting? No, you cannot. So what happens is in a single hosting, you will have one temporary domain, okay, where it's just a temporary random domain, and then you can add only one domain, which is your main domain. So if you go with a next plan, which is a higher plan, that might allow you 5 websites or 10 websites or 20 websites or 50 websites or 100 websites. Depending on the plan that you buy, you can keep adding your websites. So now coming back to this, linking your hosting and domain, you would have got all these details. Okay. So first, let us understand what each of these details are. Then we will understand about the linking. Okay. So if you see, we purchase only for one website. Yes, whatever you have got is for one website only. So this is how some kind of email that you all would have got, okay, which will have your cPanel details, IP address, name servers, and FTP details. So cPanel details are nothing but you to log into your hosting. You will have the URL. So the first will be the URL for your hosting login. Okay. Then the second thing will be the ID and password to log in. Okay. Yes or no? Did you all receive this information in your email or no? Can you all confirm? Yes or no? Correct. You got those details. Then along with this, they will also give you something called as IP. IP stands for Internet Protocol. Okay. So this is nothing but something like your house address, which nobody remembers. Only you yourself will remember. Correct? So this my let's say my house address 1 10 98 by XYZ dash Hyderabad, Telangana, all of this. Only I will remember. You remember? No, right? So this IP address, if I tell you this number 192.185.129.35, will you remember this number? No, right? You will always forget this number. So that is why, because people don't remember this number, okay, they give a name also to the server, which is something like this. So they are called as a name server. Technically, for the internet to connect to something, they need a IP address, something in numeric format. But for us to understand, because we cannot remember all these numbers, they give us something called as a name server. And at the same time, for any server, okay, they will be two name servers. So name server short form is NS. Okay. So if you go over here also, you can see this is name server 1, this is name server 2. Over here also you can see name server 1 and name server 2. So why are they giving two name servers? If by any chance there is lot of load in any one, it will automatically work with the second one. So how does this thing work? This is your server over here. Okay, it has got entry 1, entry 2. Okay, it's like a door. It's going, you let's say you are going in any of the hall. Okay, and this is, and if it is only one door, there will be lot of crowd over here, right, to enter the event. Yes or no? But let's say if there is one more door over here, then what will happen? The crowd will reduce and people will go over here. So the crowd will get distributed. Yes or no? So if this is the door 1, 2, now crowd is distributed. Same thing is with your website. So this is your website files over here. Okay. So if there is lot of load on this particular name server or the connection, it will automatically go and connect with the next door. Okay. If both the doors are full, then your website will be slow or your website will crash, or you will see sometimes 404. How many of you have seen this 404 error? You all have seen, right? That means the server is not working. Why it is not working? Two reasons. Either they did not renew it, it is logged, okay, because payment is not made, or because there is lot of load and there has, because too much of load came, some files got crashed internally because of the load, and now it is not able to reset on its own. So because the crash has happened, now the load has also gone, but still your website will not work because somebody has to come and fix this issue, whatever crash has happened. So that is where comes the support from Bluehost or Hostinger or DeployDex or whoever. Okay, so this is the very next step as we go forward. And coming to the next part is the FTP, File Transfer Protocol. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. Now, this is nothing but you will be uploading your files into your website. So all this upload and download of files which is happening, for that you also have a ID password, which is 99% the same as your cPanel login details. So this details and this details will be the same. If you check your email, this is also same. This will also be same. You can check it out. Yes or no, everybody? I would need some response from people. If there's no response, it is very, very difficult to get. Yeah, are you all understanding? Not understanding is also I'm not clear. If no, please tell no. If yes, please tell yes. Clear? So everybody is clear till now? Super good. So now I will also open my email and show it to you. Just a second. Hmm, okay. So now I don't know if this is visible to you all. So you all would have got something like this. Yes or no? So you would have got account information, which is like for your WordPress websites. Okay. You would have got a temporary domain name. Okay. This is temporary domain name to access your server. Then you have got a username password. They have given you a control panel URL or the server name also. You can see server name is also given. Server IP is also given. They did not provide this information, maybe not required. Then they have also given temporary FTP host name. Okay. You can see this IP and this IP is the same. This login details, what they have given over here is just same as what is given over here. No change. Okay. So this is how they will give you the credentials of your server. So I think each one of you have got these credentials, correct? So now we will try and go to logging into it. So I'll copy this. I put it over here. Because there is nothing in this website, no files are there. It is showing 404. Okay, this is like the login for my website. what it is telling? By default, files not found. Yes. And then if I put slash cpanel, let's see if it is opening. It is not. Just a second, guys. Just 1 minute. Okay. So for host changer, do you get dummy domain? Yes, even in host changer, you can create a temporary domain. So I'll show you in host changer also. So I'll go to host changer. Okay, I'll go to my login account. Okay, so now I'm going into my account, and then you can go over here and you can tell click on manage, or you just click on create. Let's say when you click on create, you will get something like this. Okay, you will click on create a website, then click next, then you will tell blank website, click next. It is asking you a domain name over here. Instead you click use temporary domain name. Okay, this is the one that you need to click over here. So once you click this, your website will get created with a temporary domain name. Clear? And now over here you can see they have given me the login credentials also. So let me log in. I'm just seeing the credentials on my phone. Okay, I'm logging into my website. And then I am putting the password. So give me a second. I'll just type the password. Just a second. How many days can we use temporary domain name? You can use as long as you want. There is no problem to that. Okay. So you can use that for as long as you want. And let me add my details into one more notepad. Okay. So yeah. So now that we continue, this is the URL for my server login. So if I go and put this, it is going to show me something like this S panel. Okay, so HostEngine has something called as H panel. Bluehost has something called as C panel. They have got something called as S panel. Then they have given me the ID. I'm putting the ID and I'm putting the password. So this is the password and I click on login. So now as soon as I log in into my server over here, It will take me to the dashboard, and you can see over here you are using a temporary domain with certain features not available. Switch to your own domain. So later you can go and put your own domain name over here. But as you can see over here, you have the same MySQL database. Okay. Then as you keep going down, you have domains, you have file manager, and on the top itself you have email account. This is not working for a temporary domain name. If you add your actual domain name, all of this will work. So now again, if I click on file manager, you can go inside, and then you will start to upload your website files over here. So I go into something over here, and all of this I'll continue tomorrow onwards. But now let us go back and understand the linking of all of this. So our domain name is not yet linked to our hosting. It is still lying somewhere, and our hosting is lying somewhere. Okay, so let me go back to the concept of a hotel. Okay, so now this is your restaurant. So, sir, now for learning purpose, I will use temporary domain, and after the course, can I use the same hosting for a fresh website? Yes, you can. Okay. Now over here, out of 50 people who are over here, how many of you have already bought your domain name? Yesterday's homework. I forgot to ask in the starting of the class. So if yes, put yes in the chat box. How many of you have bought? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Very good. Any others who have bought? I see very few yes. Others did not buy, that means. Same people don't put yes. Others? Okay, how many are no? Just put no in the chat box. No, no, no. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. So guys, it is important that you buy your domain name. Yesterday class, I have shown you how to buy your domain name. All you have to do is just go add to cart, buy. No protection, nothing. Just simple 600 or 700 rupees you have to spend for your .in domains. And to be very clear, you have to put all your details properly, otherwise your website can get banned. So first, let's understand in a very simple concept. Okay, so these are the users. Okay, let's say you are running the hotel. So you are the owner, okay, of the hotel. Wait, I'll make this full screen first. Okay, so now this is a hotel. Okay, you are the owner of the hotel. These are nothing but, in the hotel there is a bench. There are people that are coming in. So these are nothing but the users who want to open your website. Okay, and then to open the website, they have something called as a menu card, which they'll see. Okay, from the menu they are deciding which website to open, which is nothing but your domain names. Okay, and then they'll order that particular domain name. You will go to the kitchen, which is nothing but the server. It has all the ingredients, it has all the food items, and from here whatever is being ordered is being delivered. Correct? Yes or no? So if you see over here, these people will, from the menu, place an order, and then order is received, and then from here the order is delivered. Correct? Same way, this is nothing but over here, these are the users. There is a domain name in the menu card. So using that domain name, he is placing the order, a request to the server. Server says, okay, I will fetch that data or that particular food item and I will deliver to you. But if you take this order and send over here, okay, let's say if this hotel name is Chutneys, okay, will this person go and get the order from McDonald's? Will that ever happen? No, right? Even if you place order over here, will it come from Zomato or will it come from some other hotel? No, right? It has to come from here only. So same is with your website also. So now you have got a server, which is nothing but your hotel. You are the owner of it because you only bought it. Now, this particular hotel has got a name, which is called as the name server. And this particular hotel has also got its own IP, okay, for the data transfer, which is nothing but some numbers, okay. And then you have got a menu card, which is your domain name, okay. So now to do this linking, okay, this name server, okay, that this menu card belongs to this hotel only. You have to write the name of the hotel, right? Yes or no? On this menu card, let's say I give a menu card, okay, there are a lot of items and there are price for each of those items. But if I don't have the name for which hotel, will you know for which hotel is this menu card? Yes or no? No, right? So you will put the name or logo of the hotel. Correct or no? Will you put or no? Yes or no? Now at least. Yes. So I'm only seeing Bhagya Lakshmi answering. Others are sitting silent. So similarly, whatever is the name of your server has to be added to your domain name. So your domain, your hosting has got two names, two name servers. So you have to put those name servers in your menu card, which is nothing but your domain. Okay. So similarly, to understand this process, we'll go further. So you have got the name servers of your hotel from the hosting provider, correct? So now from the hosting, you got name server. You will take that and feed that in the domain settings. Okay. When you buy a domain, in the GoDaddy settings, you will see something called as DNS settings. Now there's a new term, DNS. Now what does this mean? Domain name server. And here it is just called NS, which is name server. This is your menu card. This is your hotel. So the hotel name has to be added to the menu card. So these two name servers has to be added in your domain name. Okay. So in the DNS settings, you will add all of this. So now if you see over here, the name servers are added to your domain name. Then that is when the user, okay, when he is placing the order from the menu, basically trying to open your website, this menu card will go to that particular hotel, and from that hotel, it will deliver that particular food. Clear the linking? Yes or no? Everybody. So what do we have to do? The name servers that we got from our hosting, we need to add it to our domain settings, which is nothing but our menu card. Okay, so on the menu card, we need to print the name of our hotel. So this name has to be added in the domain settings, which is called as DNS. I'll be showing it practically. Don't worry. Okay, I will show it practically. Do not worry about that. But there is an other way also. Okay, we'll go into that later. So what is it that, so this is how it happens practically. So while you are editing the name servers in GoDaddy, you will click on the domain name which is, and then you will see something called as name servers, and you will add the two names over here. So when you click on change name server, it will tell, okay, I will add my new names. You will put whatever is the name one, you will put the name two and click save. So I'll show it practically also. So you have got the name servers from your hosting. Now this name servers, you will go and add it to your DNS management in GoDaddy, and you will add that ns1 dot whatever is the name, ns2 dot whatever is the name, and then you will click save. Everybody clear with this step? If yes, put clear. If no, tell me. So everybody is clear. Sure. So you can see again over here, they have, you bought the hosting from Bluehost. They gave the name server ns1.bluehost.com, ns2.bluehost.com. You bought the hosting from Hostinger. They gave the name server ns1.bh dash all this. So this is one, this is two. This is the name of your hotel. This name of your hotel has to go into the menu card over here. Correct? So these two things we are adding in the domain inside the DNS settings. Clear, everybody? At least technically in your mind what we are doing. When we do it practically, when you all will do it, you will understand it 100%. Okay. So this is the one last step of technicality. After this, no technical. Everything is fun. Everything after this will be like Canva. Okay. So only till here is little technical. So now that you have understood this, okay, sir, you should send these pics as PDFs for future reference. You will get this recording, so don't worry. Okay. So for temporary domain, are we supposed to give name servers? No, that's the advantage. Already all of that is linked and you don't have to put any name servers over there. So now if you go to your hosting, which you have got, if you log in into your server, okay, which is this only. So after you log in, you can see my temporary domain is over here. Okay. If I go and put, it says no files found. Okay. Correct. And then now if I go to my file manager, let's say, I will go and create one file into it. So I'll go to public underscore HTML. So I'll come to this part. I'll create a new file. I'll call index.html. Okay, I've created some file over here. I'll click on edit. Okay, and we will put some content into it, like awesome, we have got 50 plus students learning web designing, and today is day 3 of the class. I click save changes. Okay, I just did this and I will reload it. You can see whatever data I added is coming over here. Yes or no? So whatever I added in my file is visible on my website. But if you notice over here, I've nicely put it in 2 lines, but here everything is coming in 1 line only. That is where the coding comes. So previously, if I put this code /BR, which stands for break, then it will add a break over here. Then you can see it's coming in the second line. But let's say I want it in the center of my page. Okay. Then again, I need to add code center, then at the bottom /center. Then I click save. Then if I reload it, it is coming in the center of the website. But then I want it in the middle of the website, little bit. So, okay, we will do. So now don't get scared. We are not going to do all this. I told you no coding. Okay. So I'm putting all these BRs, save. But why I'm showing you all this is previously, this is how websites were being made. With the help of code, they used to keep typing all of this. and that's how the website used to get built. Okay, but now the whole thing is different. So this is how you can still use your temporary domain name, build your complete website onto it, and then later change the domain name for that. Okay, clear everybody so far? Yes or no? Yes, clear. Perfect. Awesome. So we have got super amazing students who are understanding all of this in all the details. Super good. So now I'll come to the last concept that we need to complete over here before we get into the practical to make our life easy. Okay. Again, I'll go to this hotel concept. Uh, this is the hotel. They have got two doors, which is nothing but two names again. NS1, NS2. You are the owner. Okay. And technically, this is nothing but hosting or server. Then for this hotel, there is a menu card. Okay. This is nothing but your domain. So this hotel name, whatever these two names, have to come onto this menu card over here. So the name one, name two has come. Okay, so now this menu card for sure belongs to this hotel. Okay, so this linking we did by going to DNS and updated the name servers over here. Till here, everybody is clear, right? Yes or no? Yes. Very good. Now, coming to the hotel interior. So, if you're sitting in a hotel, okay, let's say there is a group of people on this particular table. There is a group of people on this particular table. Okay. There is one. These are all the waiters that are available. Okay. And then over here is the kitchen. Okay. So now, if you have to place any order, will you go all the way to the kitchen and place order? Yes or no? No, right? How are you placing the order? Menu is there, but with the menu card, are you going with the menu card to the kitchen? No, right? Correct. You are going to the waiter. So you have got some middle person. Now let's say there is another waiter over here. Okay. Now you're on this table. Which waiter will you call? This waiter or this waiter? Okay, so I will put the number. This is waiter one. This is waiter two. Who you will call? One or two? And this is you. Okay. Why? Why not call the one? What will happen if you call one? Nearest, right? Long time. Time. Takes time. Correct. He is far. Same is with your data also. So you will always call who is nearer to you. Correct. So now this particular waiter, what does he do? He will take your order, which is your menu card order. Okay. Then he will go to the kitchen, place that order. Okay. And then once your order is ready, he will come and bring it to you again. Yes or no? Correct. Everybody has seen that in real time. So this concept is very clear to you all, correct? So now in this diagram, again, I have placed the order to waiter number 2. Now waiter number 2 is going all the way to the kitchen. Then once the order is ready, kitchen is sending back the waiter to this. Now will the kitchen again bring the same waiter many times? No, right? What will kitchen do? Kitchen will call waiter 1 who is near to the kitchen and tell, hey, deliver this to table number this. Yes or no? Correct or no? So kitchen is, though the order was brought by waiter number 2, the kitchen will tell waiter number 1 to go and deliver to table number, let's say A. Okay. So same way works on our internet also. Okay. So what happens is, let's see on the internet also all of this. So you have understood the waiters, you have understood about the order. Okay. So let's see what happens next. So this is waiter number 1, this is waiter number 2, this is A. So now A is giving his order to the nearest waiter, which is this. Okay. Then this person is taking the order to the kitchen. Then the kitchen is telling, hey, waiter number 1, take this order, go and deliver to table number A. Okay. So now that this order is ready, it is being delivered over here. So now that this is ready, we will go forward and understand what this waiter number 2 does. So this 2 is called as CDN. Okay, CDN. So CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. Okay. So this waiter in technical terms of our server and hosting is called as CDN. So whatever is the order being placed is taken by him, and then he is going to contact the kitchen, which is nothing but our server. And from that server, any other server which is nearer, which is the waiter, which is CDN, who is nearer, will come and give the data to us. Okay. Food is equal to data. Okay. Kitchen is equal to server. Waiter is equal to CDN. And menu is equal to domain, and people is equal to user. Is the relation clear to each one of you? What is happening? Take a minute, understand it. Okay. So the user is trying to take the menu, looking at the menu, placing the order to the waiter. Waiter is going to the kitchen, then the food is getting ready and the food is coming back to the user. Clear? So you can see all the steps are clear. Step 1, this. Step 2 is the menu. Step 3 is the waiter. Step 4 is the kitchen. Step 5 is the food being ready. And step 6 is getting that same food to the user. But there are 2 waiters and only 1 CDN. All the waiters are nothing but CDN only. Okay. So waiter is equal to CDN. So this is also CDN, this is also CDN, this is also CDN. So whichever is the nearest, the data will come through them. So whoever is the nearest from the kitchen, they will go bring the data to you. If this person is going to the kitchen, okay, is near to you, you are calling him, and then he goes. Then for the kitchen, whoever is near is going and getting the data. So this is how the network of loop gets formed. So now I will draw the loop. Okay. So you have got waiters. This is your kitchen. This is your table. And you have got one more waiter here. So these are nothing but CDN, all these red big dots. Okay. Now this person will go place order to this. He is going all the way to the kitchen. Then kitchen is telling, hey, you are near to me, so I will call you. And then takes the order and then gets you the food onto your table. So the loop is complete. Clear, everybody? Yes or no? If yes, put yes in the chat box because this is very important. Got it? Everybody is clear? Surely? Super good. So I was trying to get this concept right by explaining with some real case examples. So now let us understand what is CDN. CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. Okay. So we use this content delivery network is nothing but you can see these are all the CDN here, CDN here, CDN here, CDN here, CDN here. Okay. And these are all the actual users who are ordering food. Okay. But the kitchen is over here. So now, if the person wants food, who will he order? Will he order to this person or will he go all the way to this someone here? To the nearest one, right? So let's say I'll call this person as A. Okay. I will call this CDN as 1, this as 2, this as 3, this as 4, this as 5. Okay. And let's say this is B person. And let's say this is C person. Now you all tell me, person C will go to which number? Will it go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Which number? 3, right? Everybody agree? Very good. Person B will go to which number? 4. Very good. Very good. And then person A will go to which number? 1. But where is the kitchen? It's in the middle over here. Very far. Okay. So instead of they going to the kitchen, they are going to the waiter. So this is how the whole content delivery network works. Now what happens over here is you have got your main server. Okay, these are all the waiters. So what this kitchen does is instead of me going all the way here, he will copy the main files over here only in its outlets, which is nothing but the CDN server. Okay. So now, as you see over here, one thing. Hi, Nikhil. Hi, sir. Is this started? Not yet. It is. I'm just explaining them CDN. One thing is missing. Name servers. So okay, I'll put the name server soon. So yeah. Give me minutes. I'll give you. Done. Okay. Sure. Thank you. Welcome. Once after this test starts, you can just bring me out for the second. Tomorrow only. Not to worry. So thank you. Okay. Done. Okay. So now what is happening is for all these original files, main files are getting replicated here also, here also, here also. So if the user is opening over here, it will get the files from this server. If the user is opening here, it will get the files from this server. So this is the work of CDN. Instead of going all the way to this server and then getting you the data, it is getting you from the nearest server. Is this option clear to you? What does CDN do? So now let me read it over here. CDN helps make websites load quickly by delivering their content from the closest possible place to the visitor, which reduces the time it takes for the web page to appear on the screen. Instead of having all your website contents or files stored in one place, a CDN spreads them out to different locations around the world. It's like having a delivery driver bring your pizza from a nearby store. So you get it hot and fast rather than driving it from a long distance. Clear? Everybody, what does CDN do? So CDN is a service. Okay, it's a service provided by third-party companies. Like we have GoDaddy for domain, like we have Hostinger for server. Similarly, we have got other players for CDN also. So for the CDN thing, okay, the player that Again, just an example image, main server, these are all the CDN servers. So this is something that the third party companies of CDN service providers do it. So what are the advantages of CDN? Faster loading time, reduces the main server load, it gives you better SEO results, it gives you more extra security, it gives you content optimization. Your half of your files get copied here so that it loads much fast, and it also distributes all the load across the website. And like that, the CDN provider which we are going to use is called Cloudflare. Okay, so the middleman between your menu and your kitchen, this is your waiter who is going to take the order and fetch you the result. So Cloudflare runs this service that wherever is your hosting, I will copy the files from your hosting. I have my servers around the world. I will make copies of your files over here, over here, over here. So from wherever the people open the website, whoever is near, I will open from that server and load your website. Is the concept of CDN clear to you all? Yes or no? Perfect. So all 45 people, yes or no? Very good. So now that this concept of CDN is clear, we will go ahead and build all of this together. So now what is happening? Let's understand how to put the middle person name. Okay. So on this menu, instead of putting the hotel name directly because it is longer, okay, we will put the name of the waiter. And to get to the waiter who is working for which hotel, he has to get his uniform, right? So we will put the uniform of the server. So the name of the hotel will go to the waiter, and the name of the waiter will go to the domain. Again, let me repeat. Name of the server is going to the waiter. Okay. So name servers are getting added over here. Then the name of the waiter is getting added to the menu, which is the domain. So the loop is now being connected. He is the middleman who is going and getting your data. So who is getting the data? We add that name for the domain name. Okay. Which is this one, this line. And over here, the name of the server is added to the waiter. Flow is clear. Now let me explain to you technically in the next step. Okay. So you can see now this is Hostinger. This is your server. This is your waiter. This is your menu. Hostinger has its own two things, name servers 1 and 2, and it also has an IP address. So at this point of time, we take this IP address, okay, which is nothing but an alternate name, like pet name. IP address you can consider as a pet name. Okay, so this pet name, we are putting it to the waiter, which is over here. So the same address 82, 180, 144, 143, 162 is 82, 180, 143, 162. Okay, so the pet name is added here. Then this waiter will tell my name is this. So he will give two names, okay, which is again NS1 and NS2. He will also have two names, main name and pet name. And we will go and put those names in the name servers over here. Previously, what we were doing, we were directly taking the two names from here and putting it over here. But now what we are doing, we are telling, okay, server name to the waiter name to the menu card. So hotel name is going to the waiter and waiter name is going to the menu card. Concept clear? Server name going to the CDN, which is Cloudflare. And then the CDN name is going to your domain name, which is nothing but your domain. So I hope this is clear to each one of you. The big part is over. Let us do it practically also. Okay. So I'll show it to you. Now I'm going to GoDaddy. Okay. I will log in into one of my domains over here. So let's do that. So I go sign in to my website. Okay. I'll go to, I'll put my ID. I'll put my password. Now that I have logged in, okay, you can see all the domain names that I have already purchased. Okay, you can click on already. So these are all the domain names that I have already purchased over here. Okay, so I will take one. So I'll click on manage all. So, so you can see there are so many domains that I have purchased over here for which I'm endlessly paying money. Okay, so these are the domains which have expired, which I don't want to renew anymore. These are the domains which is about to expire, okay, which I should be renewing. Okay, so now I'll search for one domain name oyatalks.com. I click on this domain name. So as soon as I click on this domain name, I told you there's something called as DNS, domain name server. I click on DNS. In that, I told you we are going to put name servers, which is over here, name servers. And in this, I have added the name servers of the waiter, okay, which is nothing but the Cloudflare, our waiter. So now let me also go and log into Cloudflare. I'll click login. Okay, I will log into my Cloudflare account. Cloudflare is free to use. Now, what are the advantages of Cloudflare? We will understand as we go forward. Don't worry. So, you got Cloudflare over here. So, you can see in my one Cloudflare, just like in GoDaddy, you can buy multiple domains. In one Cloudflare, also, you can have multiple websites. You can see all of it is free. You can see how much of load for each of the people it is handling, all of this from the CDN. So, I will again search Oya Talks. You can see Oya Talks is available here also. Now, if I click on DNS, again over here is also DNS. This is nothing but the IP address of the server. So server IP address is in this, and you can see he is again giving his name, waiter name. Waiter name is being added to the menu card, which is the domain name. Clear, not clear? So I'll go back to this S panel. Okay. So whatever is this IP address which you get here, you can see here IP address. Even if you go to your this thing, they'll give you IP address like this. You have your IP address. So this IP address is added to the DNS in Cloudflare over here. Then Cloudflare is telling, okay, now use my name and add it to the domain which is over here. Okay. So tomorrow we will do all of these steps practically. We will now start from practical only. So till here everybody is clear? If yes, put yes in the chat box. Everybody. I know 45 you of them are on the chat. You all, I need the yes coming into the chat box. I'm counting. I just got 11 of them. What about others? Sudhakar, okay. Yes. Okay. So for temporary domain, are we supposed to link Cloudflare? Not required. So Cloudflare is your CDN. Yes. Cloudflare is CDN, which is your content delivery network. Yes, 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 yes. Aparna, Vishwa Prakash, Rajendra Prasad, Brahmeshwara. Anybody else? Did Jagdish? Hemlata, Naveen put yes. There are so many people over here. Little confusion. I know the tricky part is over now. Now no more tricky part. Now everything is easy after this. If you understand this. So can you give me the list of things needed before creating a website so that we will be ready with those? Correct. I will be giving. That's the next step. So if you are using your temporary domain name, okay, no need to do CDN and all. It will not work because you cannot edit the settings of a temporary domain name. But if you are already serious enough, going to build your website from scratch, buying a proper domain name, then yes, you should go buy a domain name in GoDaddy. Okay. So now, instead of before me going into the next step, I will add a blank slide. Okay. So note it down. First step, buy your domain. Okay. Second step, create CDN account on Cloudflare. Third, hosting, which you already got it. Fourth, attend tomorrow's class. So I hope you all attend tomorrow's class to build your website and the next steps. Okay. So now the homework is get your domain name. If you don't want to buy now, it is okay. You don't have to do both of these steps. You can directly manage with your hosting. From tomorrow's class, we will start building our website on WordPress. So now what is WordPress? We will continue from tomorrow. Any doubts, anybody? Everybody? Here, all of this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So now that you all are clear with all of this, okay, let us go ahead tomorrow and start understanding what is WordPress, what is CMS, how to start installing WordPress into our server, how to start designing our website on WordPress. All of that we will continue tomorrow. Now it's all going to be practical. Okay, so tell me, Bhagilakshmi, what are the chat questions? We can create website using no-code AI tools also, right? Yes, you can create, but you cannot customize. Whatever it gives one-time output, that's what will be your final output. We have Cloudflare is the only CDN site with, or we have others also. The free service which is provided is by Cloudflare only. There are other paid services like you have got Amazon AWS giving it CDN and others also. So where will we getting the recorded for the session and revision? After the 7 days of website design class, you will get all the recordings together. And I will be sharing two videos today. One is about how to buy your domain name and how to link your domain and hosting. Yesterday I forgot to share. Nobody reminded me, sir, please send video. So today I will send those two videos so you can look into it. So Praveen is asking how to take backup of previous website files and create a new one. We will learn tomorrow. Don't worry. Then WordPress for creating website. Yes, we have Cloudflare is the only. Okay. Yes. Okay. How to take backup? Okay, done. So I hope you all enjoyed the session. How did you all feel? Can I get your feedback? Please put your feedback on the chat in the WhatsApp chat, not here. Please put a feedback in the chat. That is where, and you can put your doubts as well. Can I create a account CDN? Yes, you can create your CDN. Okay, so advisor in Tata, what should be my domain name? Let's say Pasha, like tomorrow you might even do some other company. So just take your skpasha.in or skpasha.com, whatever is available. Put your name as your name. You are the agent. You put your name, build your brand. That's all. Okay. So excellent, excellent. Put it in the WhatsApp group. Please give your feedback. And as I told you all, The ones who give me a testimonial video feedback are only going to get recording. So if you can share your testimonial videos, please do that. Okay. Telugu. I'm not good with Telugu. Nikhil sir will come maybe day after tomorrow class and explain very fast in Telugu also. Okay. So on Saturday he'll come. Okay. Now let's continue with our testimonial video should be posted every day. No. One good testimonial video is enough. Okay. So CDN account create in Cloudflare. Yes, you can. If you are going to build your, if you're buying your domain name, then create your Cloudflare account as well. So I will put the voice note, what all you have to be ready with. I'll send the video links also. So please do your homework and then come so that you will be able to do practically in the web in your classes. Okay. So